you screaming at me?
No, it's me!
Hey! Wait a second. Baby Nuggy! What are you doing hiding in my carry-on bag? I'm trying to go on a beach vacation to travel the world. And I swear to Chicken Nuggy, if you ruin my vacation with your stinky diaper, I think I'm gonna hurl.
Wait a second, family.
SOS! This airplane's about to come down.
I feel something grumbling in my tummy.
And if it comes out, I think we're all gonna drown. Family, today we're visiting every single K-Pop Demon Hunters location in real life. Smash like if you want to see the exact spot that Rumi and Jinu almost kissed, the stadium where Huntrix play their giant show, or even the secret hidden location where Guima is hiding below. We need to get this video to 5,000 likes or else Guima is gonna come find one of you. Because we all know that Guima is always trying to recruit. Smash like and please subscribe to AnythingAlexia right now before we hit 10 million subscribers. We're so close! And if you're not in the family before we hit 10 million, you're technically not gonna be in the family, you know? It's a 10 million person special only. We can't have the family that big. Or can we? This is Sam and JJ, and they made it their mission today to visit every single spot that K-Pop Demon Hunters ever visited. The K-Pop Demon Hunters movie is based off of Korean heritage, so that is why every single location we're about to see in today's video is from Seoul, South Korea. Location number 1, the Huntrix Concert Arena. All right, family, do you remember at the very beginning of the K-Pop Demon Hunter movie where Zoe, Mira, and Rumi jump out of their private jet and land in this giant concert arena? That was an iconic concert. But what else is also incredibly iconic in real life is the Seoul Olympic Stadium where the concert from the movie was based off of. This is the real life version of where Rumi, Mira, and Zoe all sang their K-pop viral songs. And family, I don't know about you, but if you look at this stadium, it's ginormous. This arena is so giant that it's mostly used for different kinds of sports, for the mega crazy games with the mega crazy sports fans. But family, do not be fooled because this arena is also highly beloved by multiple musicians around the world, specifically other K-pop artists too. Because since this arena is so big, it's basically the dream location for these musical artists to play at because they dream of selling out every single seat. Mega artists like BTS, Coldplay, and Michael Jackson too have famously played at this giant arena. And look how cool this is. Sam, the girl who visited this exact location from K-Pop Demon Hunters, decided to recreate the exact scene of Rumi running outside of the arena after they performed. Oh, Golden coming soon. Oh no, and there's her running too. So apparently both of them tried to go inside the actual arena to see what it's like from the fan POV. But actually, I guess the owners of the arena had a different plan because they decided it's time for construction. The whole inside of the arena had cranes and all these giant machines on top. I do not know what they're doing, but it's probably something very epic to make the stadium somehow even more cool than it already is. Whoa, mega construction. That must be expensive. So instead of going inside, I guess our only view now is of these beautiful cranes. Hey, Mr. Construction Worker, can you hear us from over here? I guess they can't hear me through the screen. But to be fair, they wouldn't even be able to hear Sam and JJ if they screamed. Because they're literally right beside them in the same country. Those machines are really tall. K-Pop Demon Hunter spot number 2, the home of Huntrix. All right, family, look at that building in the distance. Do you see it? This is a building you may or may not recognize in the K-Pop Demon Hunters movie. Because look, it's where Mira and Zoe and Rumi live. Yes, this is actually the 6th largest building in the whole entire world and definitely the most tallest building in all of Korea. This thing is ginormous and definitely taller than you can imagine and definitely taller than you can angle your neck looking up and up and up. Because just looking at this building might actually hurt. Since you gotta keep looking up and up and up, you might go so far back, you might literally crack your neck. Because seriously, I'm looking up and I still can't see the top. Okay, this building is actually really cool because you can actually go to the very top to an observation deck and then you can see the amazing view from all the way far. And also, if you're a daredevil, you can end up looking down and see all of the terrifying things below you that you might hit if you fall off the edge. Let's just hope that observatory deck has walls. Seoul Sky? 555 meters, 1,819 feet? Wait, that's not the very top. It's probably just how much more you're going up if you're going to the next level. The cool part about this building is it actually has a hotel built inside of it too. Now you could go to the hotel and live like Mira, Zoe, and Rumi for the day. But family, let me tell you, you will definitely have to pay because this hotel costs roughly $500 a night. Yes, that is not a joke. We are not talking about Monopoly money here. We are talking about real monies. But don't worry. If you don't want to stay at the hotel, you can also go a little bit more down below and see this giant food court with all of these amazing different dishes from Korea. There's dinner food, there's coffee, there's even expensive shopping. Whoa, look at all the designer stores. And that, my friends, is why we call it window shopping. Because we stay on the right side of those windows. It's scary if you go on the other side. I can't go inside if I hold up a pricey bag and it's too expensive. I think I might cry. Window shopping! They also visited this beautiful spot called Suction Lake. It is stunning and the girls from K-Pop Demon Hunters and maybe even the Saja boys definitely took a stroll down these paths at some point. Maybe you just didn't notice because they were too busy camouflaging as being demons. K-Pop Demon Hunters location number 3, meeting the Saja boys. All right, family, next up is where we meet the iconic and definitely very evil Saja boys. This location is outside around lots of different shopping stores in a very notorious shopping district. And this shopping district is called Myeongdong. It is very crowded. There are a lot of people, and that is why it was the perfect location for the Saja boys to perform their very first song. They performed a singing and dancing routine in public before anybody knew about them yet. And then after they were finished their performance, they instantly got a bunch of fans. I mean, yeah, when your boy band has voices of angels and are dressed to the 9, it is very hard to see that kind of performance and not get your breath taken away and low-key almost start to cry. If you're visiting Korea, this is definitely a very popular place to go. It has so many different types of stores with so much variety of things. There's food, there's fruit, there's bags, there's clothes, there's skincare, there is everything you need. And yes, even a bunch of cheese. Why does that look delicious? Okay, family, here it is. Look at this flooring that's here. These are some very unique looking and very beautiful looking tiles. And if you notice in the real K-Pop Demon Hunters movie, they had the exact same style in the same district that they were trying to portray. So yes, this is where the Saja boys sang their first song, the Soda Pop song. And it's even the same spot that Jinu gave a Korean corn dog to that fan. Oh my gosh, wait, those look delicious. A hot dog with melted mozzarella cheese fried with some potatoes outside? Oh yes, please. K-Pop Demon Hunters location number 4, the Doctor. tour. This was the secret doctor location in K-Pop Demon Hunters where Rumi got scammed for those medicinal drinks. Dr. Han just scammed Rumi and gave her some grape juice disguised as medicine, and he also had a bunch of fake pictures on the wall pretending that he met a bunch of celebrities. He even had a picture of Huntrix on his wall and pretended that he met them before they even actually met. But family, just like that doctor was completely fake in the movie, the location of this doctor is also fake in real life. Sam and JJ tried to discover where this doctor's office was in Korea, but apparently it does not exist. So it really makes sense that this fake doctor also has a fake house too. Nice try, Dr. Han. We ain't getting fooled by you. They did, however, end up finding this tiny little photo booth that matched the one in the movie, this bank that also looks the same, and even these signs that were shown in a couple of the scenes. K-Pop Demon Hunter location number 5. This is where Rumi and Jinu met alone in K-Pop Demon Hunters for the very first time. They also sung the song Free under the night sky and on top of all of these village homes that we're about to see in real life. This is a place called Bukchon Hanok Village, and it has a beautiful homes that date back so many years ago. They are very traditional, very unique, and they date all the way back to the Joseon dynasty. In Seoul, visiting these homes is actually one of the most popular tourist things you can do, and it became so popular that they actually enforced a rule that tourists cannot be around these homes anytime between 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. Tourists will come to take pictures and walk around, but sometimes that can get a little bit too noisy. So that's one of the reasons why they enforced the rules, to make sure everyone who lives around these areas and still in these beautiful homes still feel comfortable. Some of the buildings are homes, some of the buildings are restaurants, but it is definitely still a residential neighborhood that needs to be respected. Around this area, you can also enter a place called the Bukchon Observatory, and if you go up all of the steps, you can reach the top and get a beautiful view of all of these homes and everything surrounding it. A drink and a stunning view? That sounds very nice. What do you think, Jinu? Because remember when they were both standing on top of those homes talking to each other? This is the same place! K-Pop Demon Hunters location number 6. The Mannequins. Remember when Sussy and Derpy were outside with all of these mannequins behind? Well, family, that looks a lot like this hanbok rental place in Korea that rent out these beautiful traditional gowns that the women or children in Korea will wear. You can find these rental places in a lot of different areas all over the city, owned by different people, different places, but one thing you can definitely count on is that every single one of the gowns are stunning. These gowns are really important in the culture of Korea, and even the men and boys can rent clothing too. Now, let's talk a bit more about Jinu. K-Pop Demon Hunters location number 7. Jinu's backstory. Here we have the backstory of Jinu before he allegedly turned into a demon from his own will. When we see these flashbacks from the past, we see a very traditional royal palace setting, which in real life is called Gyeongbokgun Palace, which is one of Korea's most iconic landmarks. Millions and millions and millions of people visit this location every single year to see different statues, the amazing architecture, and all of the beloved culture that still resides in this place. It was the main royal palace during the Joseon dynasty, and it is still extremely beloved till this day. Something that's really cool about this location is if you wear a hanbok, you can actually get into this palace for free. But apparently if you go on a Tuesday, unfortunately it's closed. No matter what kind of clothes you wear. Here is some footage from the inside of this palace, and some people who are wearing the traditional attire. So since this is the same spot that Jinu was talking about in the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, it means that all of his stories could have actually happened in real life. Maybe there's a real Jinu in real life, and the same thing that happened to Jinu in the movie happened to the IRL Jinu thousands of years ago. Oh no. K-pop Demon Hunter location number 8. Rumi and Jinu's love story. This is Rumi and Jinu's very first date spot in the K-pop Demon Hunter movie. It was cute, it was very awkward, but also very charming at the same time. Well, family, that location was actually based off of this place right here in real life, and it is called the Naksan Park. It is a pretty long hike to get all the way up here to see these beautiful stone walls. But it is most definitely worth it because look at all of these flowers, nature, and beautiful lights. It's stunning! Whether you want to go in the day for a hike or the nighttime for a very romantic stroll, both options will be great, but it actually looks like Rumi and Jinu picked a different time of day because do you see when they met up together, there was actually a bluish purple hue in the sky. So it looks like they must have met up in the very, very late nighttime or very, very early morning. So early in the morning that the sun is starting to come up and it's not so dark anymore, but it's also not very bright. And that is why there is the beautiful colors right here in the sky. Or if you just want to be a regular human and go at regular hours, here is what it would look like at 1 p.m. during the day. And a recreation of what Jinu and Rumi would have looked like when they were climbing on the walls and talking. They tried to recreate similar angles from the movie in real life, and honestly, I think they nailed it. K-pop Demon Hunters location number 9. All right, this was one of the craziest scenes from the whole entire movie. It was filled with action, and it was also when Huntrix sang their song Takedown. Remember when they were on top of the train, inside of the train, all of the demons were coming out to play? It was a very intense moment, and it was also the moment when Mira was getting a little bit suspicious about Rumi and actually vocalized her fears directly to her. Well, family, what if we told you we found this exact real location in real life, and look how similar it looks to the movie? This is Cheongdam Bridge, and it actually connects Cheongdam and Jayang Station. But in the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, it's actually called Sumyuanji Station. They were even able to see more specific spots from this train, like Tuksum Hangang Park. You can see the bridge, you can see the whole train above, and you can even get really close to the Han River. You could even see Lotte Tower and the Olympic Stadium that we saw in the beginning of the video. See, that is the Olympic Park on the right, and then that is the tower on the left. There's also this crazy caterpillar-shaped building right up above. It looks very interesting and also very unique, but that was closed, so they couldn't see the inside. There was, however, a swimming pool and park that you can get into for only 5,000 won. K-pop Demon Hunter location number 10. The Saja Boy Jumbotron. Okay, this one is very cool because in the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, at the very end, when these Saja Boys promote their very last concert, they put their promotional material on this Jumbotron right here. And you see all of the different members of the Saja Boys promoting their new songs. So then in real life, when people were trying to speculate where this Jumbotron was in Korea, a lot of people thought it was this 3D screen near COEX, which people are speculating technically it is, but they're also wondering if they moved it or something changed because there's this other screen in Shinseongi department store in Myeongdong. Because if we look closer at the actual K-pop Demon Hunters movie, right beside this Jumbotron of the Saja Boys, you can clearly see the Namsan Tower, which you definitely would not be able to see from the first first Jumbotron, we saw Co-X. This iconic tower is seen throughout the movie, and it's also where we see Huntrix and the Saja boys fight it out. They were fighting while they were singing the song What It Sounds Like and Your Idol, and you can actually get to that same tower by taking a bus or hiking up the mountain like all of these people are very healthily doing. Do the hike, family! It's good for your heart, your body, and your mind. Yes, you might cry from doing a little exercise, but I promise you, it's worth it. And from the very top, you can see this beautiful, amazing view of those cotton candy skies. And look how busy it is. This is definitely a popular thought of a lot of people because clearly everyone else here also wants to see that amazing view. Something to be noted is that the giant stage from the K-Pop Demon Hunters movies is actually not real because this is the top of the mountain and there's definitely no stage here. But if you do get all the way to the top, you can still see amazing things like all of these thousands and thousands of locks. People will lock their lock on the fence and usually write a cute little message on it. Usually it's to symbolize love or a happy time in their life that they want to lock on the fence and never forget. Kind of like locking a certain moment in time forever, but in physical form, instead of just in your memories. Family, which one of these K-Pop Demon Hunters locations in real life was your favorite? Comment down below the number of your favorite location. And also comment down below if you would want to visit all of these places in real life and who you would want to travel with. Your mom, your dad, your cat. Because I heard there's a lot of cute animals in Korea too. Family, if you like today's video, smash like and subscribe to AnythingAlexia right now before we hit 10 million subscribers. Click any video here to watch the next AnythingAlexia episode and click right here to go get Baby Nuggy or Saucy Nuggy plushies at shopalexia.com. Me and all the Nuggy Land characters love you so much, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's video.